Hopefully this thing has any damn audio. We've got more double standards we need to go through. I figured I'm gonna start making this a regular thing through videos, instead of doing short form and that kind of stuff.
Two failed relationships in the span of 4 years, being 26 years old now, there's some things that I will and will not tolerate moving forward. So this is also a disclaimer. I know that the men I choose are not amazing. Okay, I know this going into it, and I just feel like I can change them, which obviously you can't change a man that doesn't want to change. So as much as they are not quality men, I also could do better at.
Already, she gets props because I don't know how many women I've probably ever heard say that ever.
And I also at who I choose. First thing, I will not be with a man that has more than one child. I don't care how you break it down to me. If you have more than one child, preferably I'd like the man to have none. But if you have more than one, it's never going to work. I'm so sick and tired of building bonds with children for those bonds to just be ripped away from me. Like, I'm never going to get to meet the child ever again. I'm never going to be able to maintain that relationship. And I spent so much time and energy, and it hurts. I didn't realize how big of an issue that was. That shit sucks. Number two,
Giving her credit where credit's due. I've been down this line myself when dating women that's got kids, and even kind of partially like not even really dating them, but we were just kind of like on and off. The issue with this is that no matter what happens between you two, you can't get that relationship back. So you end up bonding, spending all this time with someone else's kids, feeding them, take care of them, doing things that, depending on the situation, other stuff that their baby father won't do. And then what do you have to show for all of that later, you know? So then there's that.
two, if you are an athlete, yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I'm sure not all athletes are the same, but that is not the lifestyle that I want to be a part of. If you believe in polygamy, leave me alone. I don't believe in the whole multiple women thing. Not my thing. You go crazy though. Another thing, I will not tolerate a man that raises his voice at me to get his point across. Especially not a man who feels the reason to call me names. Like, why, when you're upset, do you feel like you need to call me out my name and be disrespectful? I don't know, but I won't tolerate that again. I think this is just turning.
All right, so far, I don't even see what the problem is. She's spitting facts, especially that. Gentlemen, especially. I understand when you're like speaking to women, especially when you're frustrated. That shit happens all the time. Arguing, just don't do it. If I'm being honest with you, bro, you'll end up in a spiraling path of nothing. Even if you're spitting, you catch. There was one time I caught myself when I was like going back and forth with someone. I was just like, everything was literally based on, in our situation, we'll just call it the work manual. And she didn't want to hear it. You end up in this spiral of, this person doesn't really want to hear what you're saying right now. They just want to get you out of their face. Most arguments don't make sense. Going backwards a little bit with the emotions. We're always quick to match energy as guys. If somebody get in our face, we get in their face back. So now they're shouting, now you're trying to shout over them. If this is supposed to be like your queen, whatever word you want to give her, y'all need to be able to speak to each other like like normal fucking people. I mean, how hard is it really to navigate where you want to go, get to that point? And I don't even care if the chick's not doing it, because if the chick's not doing it, that's either something y'all could either work on together or you can find somebody else. But we need to figure that part
out. But also, I will not be with a man who changes his tone around certain people when I'm around. If you're on the phone with your friends and you start talking to me differently, No, sir. Why don't you go ahead and talk to them in that little baby voice you do with me? But like, really, I hate that shit. That is a ick. Here's my
That doesn't
favorite
even
one.
make sense to me.
If you follow hella bitches on social media, leave me alone. You cannot convince me, as a woman, you cannot convince me that you liking pictures or stories or following girls is not to get attention, because it is. And I hate that argument that it's just Instagram, it's not real life. I'm sorry. That's how men and women find each other nowadays. It's an instantaneous meetup situation, whatever no, thank you. If you talk.
Okay, I need to kill that whole shit right there because first off, she's doing this entire thing on TikTok with fucking 1 million fucking followers, and you're worried about what he's doing on his when people are being extra fucking crazy in your comments. Like, I was looking over there for a little second, and right now this is more of a relationship thing, so guys aren't acting stupid in this, but on the way to click there, I already saw some iffy thumbnails. So I'm kind of wondering what else she might be doing. You got links in the bio, things like that. But this is exactly why I like to do my research before I come into videos like this, because I don't really know what is going on. We're just going to keep going, though.
If you talk shit about your homies and other bitches behind their backs and you trash them to me, I'm just going to assume you're doing the same to me, because why are you talking about your best friends like that? This one blows me.
Who is she dating?
If you believe that a woman's job is to take care of the baby, a newborn, if you believe that is solely her purpose and that you don't have to play a part in that, please leave me the fuck alone. Because what? What do you mean? Also, this one's kind of random, but as a woman, after popping out hella kids in the future, if you feel like as a man you shouldn't get the vasectomy over your girl or your wife, leave me alone. If you are...
Wait. She keeps talking about the kid. She has to have kids the way she's talking. And from that last comment, it sounded like she had popped out 1 or 2. Like, I love how aware she is of herself and what she wants. That's great. But I thought that when she was talking about, dealing with a guy with kids, that's what she was basing all this off. I didn't realize. It kind of sounds more like she had her own, and now she's spacing it off of that.
Not a gentleman. Oh my gosh, please leave me alone. Because for me, if we go to the gas station, you don't get out and pump my gas, hell no. If you don't open the doors for me, if when I land at the airport, you don't get out and get my luggage and put it in the fucking car, if you don't do the small things as to put me on the inside of the sidewalk while we're walking out and about near a busy street, I feel like I could go on and on, to be honest. But these are just some of the things. These are non-negotiable things for me.
All right. Well, now that she's done with that little thing, I got questions. She was talking about what he was posting on and stuff, and you got... ceiling challenge. You're talking about whether or not the guy that you're dealing with is looking at chicks, and you've got all of this shit going on, and you have a link in the... This better not be. Cause she talking all that crazy shit. Nah, bro. You talking worried about what he's following. What are you doing over here with all this? Cheeks out. Skin, bathing suit. Bro, that's not the same URL I was just at. I was going to go to bat for her. I was going to bat for her. And here we go. You're not dating the NBA players. Those guys ain't looking at you anyway. bro, I'm done. I got dude, bro. I thought we was actually gonna have like a legit conversation.